fellas, we can be that mistake. Let's do this. Good morrow, kind sirs, gentlemen, and others.
Yes.
We are Embrace the Suck 21.
Yes, we are.
I'm Spencer.
And I'm Daniel.
I'm going to make that work one of these days.
One of these days it's going to hit.
Yeah. But hey, we're coming at you with more Formula One today.
And really more explained videos.
Yeah, exactly.
I like how, for me, since I really have a elementary knowledge of motorsports, for me, I enjoy these because I feel like we jumped in the pro level of stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
So,
and like I explained, like in the NASCAR video, like I have the knowledge. You need to catch up.
Yeah.
So basically, we did at the time of recording this, we just did the NASCAR one, and now we're gonna do a Formula One explain one too. So
and this is I am learning here.
Yeah. We're basically getting you caught up here.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Have wheels, have motor, go fast, win.
Exactly. That's a simple way of explaining it, but there's a little more to it.
Yeah,
but,
I figured.
As we're going to find out here.
Like, I figured when a lot of our comments had like, well, they had to switch to soft tires. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like, huh?
Right.
So that's something that's like pro level.
Exactly.
Like, let's just focus on the 4 tires. I don't know what hard, soft, medium, snow tires.
Right. You just know that you buy them to put on your car, and
and they don't look anything like these.
Not at all. At all. But without further ado, let's dive in.
Nin explains the rules of Formula One.
Time out. Where was he on the NASCAR explanation? The fuck is happening here? The fuck is happening?
We're only 30 seconds into the video.
Wait a minute.
It's too early for these comments like that.
What the hell is going on?
Hold on. I need a second here. Okay, hold on. Okay, let's back that up and let's go.
Like, anyway. Anyway.
Here we go.
Nin explains the rules of Formula One. The object of the race is to be the first to cross the finish line after completing a certain number of laps around a track. Formula One, more commonly known as F1, is the most popular auto racing sport in the world and is the highest level of single-seat car racing. F1 is contested in varying number of races throughout a calendar year, and each race is known as a Grand Prix. Drivers will drive a specially designed race car that is designed to go around a racetrack in as fast a time as possible. There are 3 parts to any race. Practice. Most commonly held on a Friday, practice is where drivers can test their cars on the racetrack. This is valuable to determine how the car will run given the weather and environment, and also to get the driver used to the track. Qualifying. To determine which position each driver starts in the race, each driver will complete laps of the track on their own. The fastest driver will start the race on the grid in the first position, the second fastest in the second position, etc., until all the drivers are assigned a position to start the race. This is known as qualifying and is usually held on a Saturday, the day before the actual race. The race. Once qualifying has determined the order where the drivers start, the actual race is usually held on a Sunday. Drivers will do one warm-up lap and then line up in the position that they will start as determined by qualifying. Once all the lights goes out, the race begins. Drivers have to complete.
Okay, so that's definitely a departure from NASCAR. Like when you do like 2 or 3 pace laps, or go around the track, and then at speed they drop the green flag and you go.
Oh, not from stop.
Not from a stop.
Oh.
No, this is definitely different.
Huh.
Yeah. I mean, practice, qualifying, race, that's all the same. But I think we're about to get into meat and potatoes of what's different.
A predetermined number of laps for a total distance of 305 kilometers, or 260 for Monaco. The driver who crosses the line first after all the laps have been completed wins. Drivers get points for the position that they finish, and the driver with the most points after all the Grand Prix have been contested is crowned the world champion. It's honestly that simple, but there's a few other things that you'll need to know before going to or watching a race. For example, track. Each Grand Prix track is totally different to another, and all of them are contested in a different country. This means that teams and drivers have to prepare and set up their cars for the environment. From the sweltering heat of Abu Dhabi, to the cold and rain of England, to the humid night race of Singapore, and the world's most famous street race, Monaco. Drivers will usually memorize every turn for every track so that they perform better when they actually race. Tires.
All right, before we get into tires, yeah, that's definitely a big difference. I mean, NASCAR is just, in the United States. There's also a series in Canada and Mexico and in Europe. But, there's not like one per state. Like, there's definitely some states have different tracks, and all in Formula One are like road courses, as opposed to ovals. Cool. So, let's get into tires here.
Each team has access to different types of tires. The softer the tire, the more grip you have, but the quicker they wear out. The harder the tire, the longer they last, but they have less grip. Depending on the weather and the track conditions determines which tires the teams should use. Using the wrong tire at the wrong time could cost you the race, and sometimes worse. Pit stop. Cars are allowed to go back to their own team's garage, or pit, to change tires or refuel. This is known as a pit stop, and teams are so fast at changing 4 tires and adding fuel that this can be done in around 3 seconds.
That's crazy right there. A NASCAR,
what just happened?
Like they changed 4 tires and put fuel
crazy.
in. Or are they fuel, are they using electric right now? Let us know in the comments. But anyway, a NASCAR pit stop will take anywhere from 12 to 14 seconds because you have to jack up one part of the car, change 2 tires, put the jack down, go around, jack up that car, change those tires, and then the car could go.
Wow.
Yeah, and also there's a lot of fuel that goes into these, so during that time, the big-ass gas can is going into the fuel aisle.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So, but now with the next-gen cars, instead of 5 lug nuts on the tires, it's just 1 single lug nut. So that'll definitely cut down on time.
Wow.
In pit stops. So
wow.
We'll have to see how that goes.
Team is allowed as many pit stops as they like, but this adds time to your race and could cost you valuable positions. Penalty. Should you break one of the rules, a penalty may be issued against you depending on the severity of the rule you broke. This can be either imposed as time added to your total time to complete the race, known as a drive-through penalty, docking you starting positions on the grid to start the race, or more severe penalties such as penalising you for future races or excluding you from any further Grand Prix. Flags. During a race, marshals will use flags to indicate things to drivers. I'm not going to cover every single flag, but the most common are a green flag. This is used to start or restart a race. Yellow flag. This is to tell the driver to slow down due to a hazard or accident. Red flag. This is an instruction for the drivers to either stop or return to the pit lanes due to danger on the track. Blue flag. This is an instruction to let the car behind overtake you. Checkered flag. This is the famous flag that denotes the end of the race. Constructors' Championship. Constructors, or teams, are allowed to field 2 drivers in a race. The points for every team's drivers are added up, and the team with the most amount of points at the end of the season will win the Constructors' Championship.
Okay, that's definitely a departure from NASCAR because right now you can have up to 4. A team can have up to 4 cars entered in a race.
Huh.
Yeah. Here it's only 2. So
okay. So that makes sense because every time I see let's say I have the channel surfing, I'll see 2 Red Bull cars.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? I thought, anyway. So they're part of the same-ish team.
Or it could be the same sponsor. I've seen it with like multiple cars. Multiple cars have the same sponsor, like Bass Pro Shops or
Pirelli.
Monster Energy. Pirelli? Is that what you said?
I thought it was Pirelli.
Pirelli? Oh,
Isn't that tires or Penske or
Penske.
Penske.
That's a team
Okay.
in both IndyCar and NASCAR.
Oh, okay.
So there you go.
Huh.
I could talk more about engines, chassis, ERS, DRS, aerodynamic body parts, but these change almost every year, and the points I've talked about are the most salient points for a beginner to understand. If you found this video at all helpful, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe.
Cool. That's
Hey,
that's a good intro right there.
It's like a good crash course.
Yeah, there's no pun intended, right?
Yeah.
But as someone that doesn't quite understand Formula One as much,
This is good. This is a good base.
yeah, I got a lot more knowledge now than I had before.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm gonna have a shit ton more questions, but this is a good. This funnels my questions.
Yeah, it's a good green flag for that.
Yes.
And for that, I'm giving it 2 thumbs up.
Yeah, and whoever made this, thank you for your time.
Thanks for the time. 2 thumbs up on
2
that
thumbs
one.
up, man.
Yeah. Let us know if there's more like Formula One. Give us a title of a video to check out, and we'll type it in. I know we've got a couple of suggestions for like certain drivers to check out.
Yeah.
So let us know that, or
Yeah.
not just Formula One, but like NASCAR or other ones. Let us know in the comments, and we'll get to them.
Definitely.
Thank y'all for liking, commenting, subscribing, hitting the bell, and sharing with your friends.
Definitely, guys.
And until next time, wash your hands, scrub your toes, wipe your ass, blow your nose.
And embrace the suck.
See y'all next time.
Later.